Hello one all, it's My Hero Academia, chapter 277. Who? And this series, it just keeps betraying my expectations. I mean, literally, since Shigaraki woke up, I've been saying, oh, this is All For One's plan, he's gonna take over his body, he's gonna control him. And that definitely seemed to be the case when this chapter he referred to Deku as his little brother. Yeah, that freaked out both Deku and Shigaraki, at which point he realizes, oh, All For One is trying to control me, trying to be some phantom voice inside my head. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna let that happen. I mean, Master, I respect you, I appreciate you raising me and all that. I mean, you're the whole Lord of Evil and all that. You were really cool, but, yeah, I don't want to be like you because you're a loser who got your butt kicked by one guy. So I want to become greater than you. So I'm going to use my quirk to destroy things, to destroy the fragment of your soul that is inside me. Yeah, okay. I mean, he said his control got a lot better. I didn't think it worked on soul fragments. That also means he could technically destroy the bits that are left inside Deku, the past users of One For All. He could destroy Deku's other quirks. I don't know why he wouldn't just steal it if he got the chance to touch him, but that's pretty terrifying right there. Anyway, then back to the start of the chapter. It is just such a great scene. I mean, you think Deku, you think Bakugo, they come in because, oh, they're just reckless, oh, they're just crazy, oh, they just want to take out the villain, oh, they just want to play heroes, la-di-da-di-da. No, they're doing this to save their teacher, to save the person who has believed in them, who has fought for them, who has been by their side this entire freaking time. Even though, you know, Aizawa's first interaction with Deku was literally him telling him, you cannot become a hero. Deku and Bakugo still have just so much, love and admiration for their teacher. They're going full force in here to take him out. Not because they're arrogant, not because they're overconfident, but because they know that they need to protect their teacher. And I just absolutely love it. Seriously, Aizawa has gotten so many emotional moments this last 20, 30 chapters. I just freaking love it. Please don't die, Aizawa. Please, for love of all that is good in this world, do not die. Bakugo, let's do this thing rationally. AP machine gun! That is not rational, Bakugo. That is not rational. Though I do love to use that as a smokescreen so Deku can, you know, hold him back using his black whips, which, you know, very nice and all. Except, yeah, Shigaraki is way stronger than he realized. He isn't actually aware at this point that Shigaraki has been genetically modified to be as strong as All Might. So, yeah, no surprise he lost in a battle of strength there. Thankfully, Endeavor came in and managed to knock him clear across the battlefield. It's then very interesting, though, because he asks, where's Shoto after this? Very, very curious. I mean, I first assumed, oh, he's a caring father. There's one of his son being hurt, and his one of his son getting involved in this fight, his one of his son getting killed here, but then I realized he might have a whole other reason for asking that, because don't forget, Endeavor has a very, very big weakness. He only can use his flames for so long before, you know, they burn him, before they overwhelm him, and he needs a 5-minute cool-off. If Shoto was there with his ice powers, he could cool off Endeavor instantly, and then he wouldn't need to worry about overheating. He could literally use his powers to their maximum potential. That's the whole reason why he had Shoto, is to have someone who wouldn't have the same weakness as him. So, very curious. I'm also, seriously, where is Shoto at this point? I get, you know, everyone else is involved with evacuation, but he's probably, you know, one of the second, third, maybe fourth strongest guys in the entire class. I feel like it'd be very useful to have him around right now. And then Gran Torino comes in to provide a little more backup, and yeah, he's probably a very good person to have in this fight against Shigaraki. I mean, he literally trained All Might. He knows how to deal with someone who is, you know, that physically strong. He also trained Deku, and he was best friends with Shimura, so yeah, he has a lot of experience fighting, you know, one who possesses One For All. I said last chapter, you know, Deku and Bakugo were probably the best ones to fight against him like this. No, Gran Torino, definitely way more experience in this field. But seriously, oh my god. When he says, quit trampling over Shimura's memories, Shigaraki looks so utterly bored and uninterested when he asks to. Seriously! I mean, you should know your grandmother's name. You at very least know that she was a hero. Remember the picture your sister kept showing you of her? Are you not aware of the whole backstory? Are you not aware that All For One took you in essentially because you were the grandson of his last enemy? He literally did it almost entirely just to tick off All Might. Seriously? Are you not aware of that? And then I'm a little against Gran Torino here, where he says, you even existing hurt him so much. It made everyone suffer. He's basically calling his existence a crime, which... Yeah, I've seen way too many series where that line has been said, and never by someone who is good. It's always, the villain, like, you don't deserve to live, you don't deserve to exist. I mean, you really cannot blame Shigaraki for, 90% of his actions. I know, he's a grown man, he can decide for himself. I mean, this is a boy who grew up in an abusive household, who at 5 years old straight up murdered his entire family, and was then groomed and brainwashed by a sociopath for the next decade. He really is not to blame for any of this. I mean, seriously, I've seen a lot of characters in a lot of series who have gone through very similar paths to him, who have done horrible, awful things, and who managed to get redeemed, who managed to find salvation because they accept it wasn't their fault. They were told, they did this to you. You didn't choose to do this. You didn't choose to have this life. And it just loves a little callback, when Shigaraki tells Bako, you're not on my radar anymore, because, don't forget, Shigaraki kidnapped him. Because he thought, he was valuable. He thought he could use him against All Might, against UA, make him a UA student turned villain to destroy the image of the Academy, to destroy the image of Hero Society. And at the end of the chapter, he comes back, because Shigaraki wasn't paying any attention to him, he was able to get right on top of him and unleash his full strength. I mean, seriously, I really have to ask, at what point did Bako become able to create way, way more firepower? I mean, it's based on how much he sweat. Is he able to contain more in his gloves? Is he able to sweat more now? I mean, how did he become so much stronger? And, then after that, Endeavor comes straight in for the second hit to really knock him out. Is this enough to kill him? I do not know. I do not think so. I mean, this is, Shigaraki. He has all for one. He has the power of destruction. He has all his abilities and capabilities. I think the bigger issue right now is that with all the smoke and fire going on, Aizawa is going to lose sight of him, and as a result, he's going to be able to use his decaying power again. I think that's the most we can expect out of any of this. Anyway, then back over at the mansion, Mount Lady is fighting against Giganto, and yeah, Giganto is bigger than her. That's terrifying. I mean, even when he was more normal size, his superhuman strength was utterly, utterly terrifying. And now he's bigger than Mount Lady. They're fighting back and forth. I do not think she'll be able to hold him for long. I think he's going to escape. I think he's going to get out of there. And very interesting, looking at his back, we see the League of Villains, along with Skeptic for some reason. Dabi, Mr. Compress. Interesting enough, Toga is facing away. She's not looking towards the screen, essentially, so I'm curious about that. Is she, crying? Is she, have a creepy smile on her face? What's her expression right now that she's lost, someone she really did care about? I'm not sure about that. Very curious. I mean, Mount Lady seems fairly confident she can win this fight, that she can stop him, but I just don't think that's the case. I think she is absolutely going to lose here. I think he's going to, knock her out, and he's just going to make a run for it. I mean, that's at least my prediction for next chapter, He's going to escape and manage to get to Shigaraki, who has been badly injured, but they'll manage to escape, and then they'll manage to let him recover and grow and heal, get more used to and more comfortable with his powers so he can come back for the counterattack. I mean, if he counterattacks at any point, it's basically game over for them, because it's unlikely that Aizawa and Manuel are going to be right there at the exact moment to, cancel out his quirk, stop him from using his powers. At that point, it could be, essentially a assassination arc where they're trying to kill Aizawa, they're trying to kill Eraserhead, so that he can't stop them next time. That'd definitely be interesting. And we also still have All Might and Eri at UA. I think this would be a great time to reveal that the principal is the spy, and that he's secretly been working for All for One this whole time. Try to kidnap Eri, take her to Shigaraki so that he can take her quirk and become even more OP. Definitely interesting. But yeah, so this is a really cool chapter, very intense chapter. I freaking love that, my theory was right. All for One was essentially a voice in his head trying to take control of him, and Shigaraki destroyed him. He refused to be controlled like that. I don't know if that was part of All for One's plan, if he expected that to happen, or if this was, completely out of left field, but it's going to be interesting to see how he does moving forward after this happens. I mean, I could certainly see, after Shigaraki loses, after he's defeated, after he's almost killed, All for One comes back, he's stronger than him now, he takes control of his body, and now he's just way, way more powerful, cunning, and evil. But we'll see about that. Let me think Let me know if you think that's going to happen down below. Let me think of all this down below. Who's going to win? Who's going to lose? Is the principal secretly a spy for All for One? Be sure to like, subscribe to the next video, and until then,
peace.